good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late, guys. You know how it's going. It's one of those things. It's carnival this morning in Dusseldorf, and delayed my return to get to the studio so I can jump in and have my views with you guys. Welcome, everybody. Big up to you, Richard Hutchinson, coming in early. I'm sorry I'm late, guys, but here's the thing. Manchester United won yesterday away at Aston Villa 2-1, guys. And as you can see on the thumbnail, both the scorers, the Scotsman and the Danish youngster, they have gotten on the score sheet again for Manchester United. How consistent have they both been? Scott hasn't scored for 2 games yet, but this is Højlund's fifth goal in as many games, and he has 2 assists as well. Guys, these guys are playing good football, decent. I would say it's much improved from the start of the season. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Let me know in the comments. Guys, we're about to check out Erik ten Hag's post-match press conference. Let's hear what the manager has to say. What are the reports? And what is going on with football in Manchester United world? It's Monday morning, guys. Manchester United are hot on the heels of top 4. We're 6 points off Spurs, 5 points off Aston Villa, as we won yesterday. Another game. 3 games on the bounce, guys. What are you saying? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash those buttons while you're here. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great morning. Let's get into this, guys. Big up, and let's get right into the show, guys. Let's not delay anything. Let's start immediately. How are you guys doing? What are your thoughts? What are your comments? Let me know what you are thinking. It's a daily update, and let's go with the manager's press conference. Post-match press conference. Let's see what the manager has to say, guys. Let's go.
That goal at the end, Roy Keane said the teams above you will be worried now. Does that give you momentum to try and get in top 4?
We have to catch up, and we know already a longer time we brought ourselves in this situation. But the prizes always get divided by the end of the season, and we are first in February, many games to play, but we are returning, but still a long way to go. And we have to improve our game, but of course we are pleased that we get a series of wins.
Erik, you talk about the character of the team a lot. What does it say about Scott McTominay that I think it's his 4th off the bench this season alone, that he can come on and make that big impact seemingly every time?
Yeah, this season, last season as well. So I think he's an example for many other players nowadays. So not many players who can come from the bench and bring this energy. He's ready for every minute, always contributing to the team. And football is a team sport, and we forget that often. But Scott is the example, always giving the spirit in the week when he is training in the opposition, doing the right things, working on himself, give max. And as I say, he's ready for 1 minute. He's ready for 90 minutes. He's always ready. And I think it's great to have such a player.
Chris?
Erik, I think 14 games to go now. Do you see this top 4 race going right to the wire, maybe even down to the final day?
Well, can be, but as I say, there's still many games to play, and we have to go from game to game, and there are no easy games, and we can't lay back. We have to improve our game. So we have seen that today. First 20 minutes for me were very good, and then when we're winning the game, we gave away the initiative, and we gave them too much, which for me was unnecessary. And finally, you get punished by your mentality. Keep on the front foot, keep the initiative, score a second goal. And I know we can defend very good deep, and we have players who are very capable of that. But then score a goal on a counter. We kept them alive, and yeah, we got punished for it. But the spirit is there. Kept the belief to get a win in, and yeah, so we did. So we are very pleased.
Samuel? When it came to bringing Scott on, was that a straightforward decision because you moved, I think Bruno might have gone to the right and Alejandro came to the left? Does that give you reassurance that you've got players who can adapt in very difficult situations and you still go and get the winning goal?
Yeah, because Alejandro from the right was playing a lot of inside. That was part of our plan. So Bruno can do the role very good. That I think fits to his abilities. He can also do the defending work. We know that he's a good partnership with Yogo and with Kobe as well. And with Scott, you bring fresh legs, energy. In the pressing, in the defending part, but also one who can make the box and score a goal.
Mike?
The Villa celebration, did you think that was respectful to your players?
I don't have an opinion about that, and if they think this is the right thing, maybe I haven't spoke to players. If maybe it visualizing them, but I don't know, and I don't think it's important. It's about us, and we have to think about our game, and not about the opposition. We always want to control the game, and where it's possible to dictate the game, and that should be our approach in all the minutes we are on the pitch.
I'll go Laura and then just finish
Just on
up.
that, Eric, could you have done more, do you think, to regain control when Villa were pressing and having success through the middle of the park in the second half, or is that just the way that Villa play, so it's difficult?
No, we looked at it. Yeah, I think we could have done more. By, as I said, like we pressed in the first 20 minutes, and by making better decisions on the ball. And we went in every situation for goal instead of keeping the ball. And we are 1-0 up. And when you can't go for goal, recognize the situation, right? And then make decisions, keep the ball, and attract and drag them out, and find the moment, the right moment to speed up. And that can be in the early moment, but not always. That is clever players. They read the game.
I'll go last one for Richard.
Yeah, hi Eric. These away games against some of the top teams have been some of the difficult games for you. So does a win like today feel a long time coming and feel one of the most satisfying for you as a result?
Yeah, but I think we can beat any opponent, away or home, but sometimes away we have to believe it more, because then we could have won in Arsenal. Where actually we deserved that to win. We could have won in Liverpool, and it's about belief. And I think this team today believed they could win this game, and that's why I think in the end you win the game.
Just last one quickly for Simon.
I just wanted to check what the situation with Luke Shaw is, and wasn't just to clarify, was there anything with Marcus Rashford, or was it just a tactical decision?
It was precaution. Luke Shaw, he gave some messages about complaints, and with Luke Shaw, you know his history with too many injuries, and we couldn't go into that risk, although it was, I knew that a very important game, but even then we can't miss him for 6 weeks.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Guys, that was the manager's press conference post-match. Here's what the manager has to say. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, guys. What are you thinking? Big up to you. I see Richard Hutchinson is here early, real time or Trinidad time. Bro, today it was real time, not Trini time. My bad. Morning to you, Jarvis. How you doing, my bro? Hope you're having a good one. Big up to you, Kenny Fan TV. Our next fixtures before the City games are winnable, 100%. We face Luton away. We also face, Fulham at home. And then I think there's one more game. Why am I not remembering? There's one more game. Let's see the fixtures, guys. Let's check this out. Let me bring this to the table. Let's see what's going on. Let's talk about the fixtures for the next games and see what's in store for Manchester United. Let's share this screen right here. Guys, let me know if you can see what's going on right now. I'll bring this right up and make it huge. Big up to you, Kenny. Let's see what's going on with the the table. Let's see what's going on. And we're moving on to game week 25, guys. And as you can see, we face Luton Town away on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know. There's another game that we face as well, and it's Fulham at home in match week 26. And in game week 27, we have the big one, guys. We have Man City away at the Empty Had. Guys, everything leads to Man City. In my opinion, it's one of those things where, there's a lot of chances for Manchester United to do better, to get themselves in a situation where we can be in the top four with more than just a shout. You know what I mean? And, it's possible, Richard. I think I'm not going to say we're not able to get top four, but I will say this. It's a long road back. We've got 10 games. We've got to take them one at a time, and we have to get maximum points in as many games as possible. In the game against Man City, guys, I am thinking to myself, listen, if we could come away with a draw or snatch and grab a victory, it's going to be the best of both worlds, because that means we take points away from Man City and we would have gained a perfect score of 18 points in as many games. Guys, could Man United do this? I'm telling you guys, pay attention. We are going unnoticed, under the radar right now. I think Spurs might fall off a cliff as well, but it's one of those things. Hopefully Shaw is okay. And like the manager was just speaking about it, he took off Shaw as a precaution, guys. It's not because he's actually injured. He was feeling some things, as the manager said in the press conference, but he's not actually injured. They took him off as a precaution so he can get rest. And guys, Champions League resumes this week. We are not in the Champions League, so he has a whole week to rest. Maybe he gets into training Wednesday and Thursday and he's assessed. Let's see what the announcement will be for Saturday and Sunday this weekend, if he's going to be available, because we play on Sunday, guys, so that's a long way away. That's going to give him time to rest himself and probably get himself back into the team. Forest in the FA Cup, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, guys. The thing with the Forest game, I think it's on the 29th. I think it's going to be the day after we play Man City, or before. I think it's going to be right after the Fulham game, actually. I think we're going to play Fulham, play Forest like in 2 days, and then play Man City 3 days later. It's one of those things where it could be a tight game week, and we need to adjust. Guys, what are your thoughts on FA Cup? Do you think we could win away at Forest? We owe them a beating, as Compo Smurf is saying. In my opinion, guys, I think it's gonna be a good run for United going forward. You can see the last 3 games we've been performing well, creating lots of chances. We've been scoring goals. We scored what it is. We scored 9 goals in 3 games, guys. 4 by 3 by 2. It's not that bad. It's not looking good. And right now, guys, another positive note, Man United, as you look at the table, if you look at the table with me, let's see what's happening right here. If you look at this table, you can clearly see that Man United are in 6th. And look at all those greens there. You can only see as many greens in the Chelsea team, as well as Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. So we are one of the teams where I would say we're like what? The 5th team in form right now as of this moment, and 41 points, back to positive goal difference of 0. And it's coming, guys. It's working. The big four are gonna face each other. Arsenal plays Liverpool coming soon. Man City is about to play Liverpool as well. Tottenham plays Liverpool. Tottenham plays Man City. Arsenal plays Newcastle. Newcastle plays Tottenham. Tottenham plays Aston Villa. These games are coming soon, guys. Don't be afraid. You know what I mean? I'm not saying to get giddy, but I'm saying it could be an interesting run up in the next 5 games where Manchester United could end up, if they keep on winning, much less grab a win away at the Empty Had. It could be looking very different 3 games from now, because that could possibly be another 9 points And with 9 points, we will be on 50. Guys, it could get very close in the next few weeks. Very interesting. It's interesting when when Ten Hag says Alejandro from the right was playing a lot inside, so Bruno can do his role. Basically saying he's accommodating Bruno to have a free role. Jarvis, what are your thoughts on that? I didn't get a chance to hear them yesterday. I know you wanted to be positive, but I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on that particular point that you just raised right there? Because I think Bruno with a free role is better. I think really recently we have seen him starting to keep the discipline of staying in the midfield and operating where he should be and not drifting too much. But then you see on the defensive side he makes some critical tackles and he gets back and covers for the other players. So I'm thinking this could be positive going forward because as you looked at Bruno over the last 3 games, he's not been wasteful. He's been keeping it simple, connecting the team together, and he's not been trying to be the star of the show. And I feel like that's positive for his game and positive for United. Shaw should be all right. I think the FA Cup one is before City. Yeah, I think it is, my bro. My bad, bro. Like, we pray on Tottenham and Villa downfall. 100%, my bro. 100%. I'm definitely hoping that Villa or Tottenham drop a lot of points. So therefore, Manchester United is gonna be the team that sneaks into top 4. You know what I mean? I like Garnacho's new role as a deeper ball carrier. We play checkers. Ten Hag plays chess. Yeah, why not? It's one of those things where, you got to look at it from a perspective where it's different. We're starting to see consistency in the gameplay. We're starting to see consistency in the patterns of attack. We're starting to see good routines. We're starting to see a more compact defensive unit, a team that's playing for themselves in the recent games. And it's good to see, guys. It's good to see. I have to say, things were looking very bleak. It was always looking insurmountable going into the new year. But I have to say, with the turn of the new year, these guys have been looking up. And congratulations to them. You know what I mean? Because they're doing the fans proud. We needed this run, and we need to keep this run going. And I hope to God that the guys, all of you responsible at Manchester United, keep it going, guys. Keep the faith. Work hard. Don't forget the fans are behind you. We are always going to support you. We're going to fill that stadium on a match day. We're going to travel away. We're going to talk about you online. Just do your best, guys. I think that's the best we can expect. A lot of people have been saying Eric Ten Hag might not be that guy, and I can understand where they were thinking because, we looked to be, regressing a little bit in terms of consistency this season. And I would say that it's difficult for me to assess it in that way because I was always looking at the situation as year 2 of a rebuild. So there's always going to be chances for mistakes. And there's always going to be something where the manager is still tinkering with the squad, still trying to find his best 11, still trying to work out the actual playing style. Because as you know, he was trying to get results in season 1. And this season is where he's implementing his philosophy, his playing style, his formation, and the way he wants the team to work. Guys, I have to say that in recent games, we have been looking really good. I see the opposing team in the last 2 games managed to get about 20 shots. But when you look at these shots, guys, at least 10 of those shots were block shots. I mean, block within less than a meter or 2 meters of them taking the shot. It was never going to threaten the goal. So in one of those things, for me, I will concede that it's a little bit too much shots we're conceding. But at the same time, I will say this, our defensive position and shape has been a lot better and we've been closing down most of those shots which have not posed a threat to Andre Onana. So, you know what? Work in progress. We move along, guys. We move along. What are you saying, Campo Smurf? If he gets top 4, should he get another year? But he needs taking off transfer decisions. Yeah, you know what, Campos? I don't think for me it's a big deal if he stays another year. I actually think it's going to be better for Manchester United if we keep him for another 2 seasons because you know what? I think his style and his system is starting to work. I think the players are starting to understand their roles, what is needed, what is expected of them, and what they need to do. And I think that, if we was to take out, get rid of some players that needs to move on and bring in, like, let's say 4 to 5 players who fit his profile, maybe two in defense, two center backs, a wing back to support the low, and maybe let's say a midfielder and a backup striker. I think it's gonna be a great season next season for Manchester United. Because if we could get another ball playing center back who's left footed, I'm thinking, it's possible that if Martinez is unavailable, the drop off is not going to be that huge. If we could get another a left back who could actually, fold into the midfield and tuck in, invert, and is left sided, then we're not so worried if Luke Shaw is not available. You know, if we could get like a good central defensive midfielder to partner and come in as a substitute for Casemiro, Kobe is always going to have that company that's going to play well with him. I think, Manchester United is on the up. I'm not going to get giddy and say, what, we're back. But I could say, what, we are working on it and the progress is coming slow but steady, guys. Jarvis is coming in here big. He's saying Ten Hag is doing small tweaks and improvements that only trained eyes can see. I take my hat off for his game preparations, but there's still room for improvement in game. I 100% agree with that, Jarvis. 100% spot off, man. Spot on with that. That comment, I couldn't say it better myself, of course, because you're the tactician master, bro. I hope you're having a good morning. I hope you're enjoying your coffee. I'm drinking some orange tea. And yeah, it's a good morning, guys. It's a good morning. Compo Smurf is coming back in. We're going to need a whole new back four of signings over next year, in my opinion. 2 CBs and a full back for either side. You know what, Compos? I'm sticking with the low. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the youngster, man. I'm going to put some faith in him. He's 23 years old. I think he could still get better. And I think if we bring in a left-sided a left back, and 2 CBs, we should be fine. We should be fine. We should be fine. For the Chelsea game, Kenny, I want the Chelsea Scummers to be in the mud this season, bro. Mid-table man them for real. I'm thinking that Chelsea's going to probably lose that game 3-2. But that's just my thoughts, bro. Like, it's possibly that Chelsea could come back and win the game, but at the same time, I think the team that they're playing have been doing well, and it will be hard pressed for Chelsea to win that game today. Although you could never know with the Scummers, they don't have a team. Consistency is not something you could look for from Chelsea right now in this moment. They have a team of youngsters who have never played together before, and they're trying to find each other, find themselves, and find a team within themselves. So it's going to be a tough season. Was always going to be long for Chelsea. I don't know why Chelsea fans think they're going to finish ahead of Manchester United, top 6 this season. That was always going to be insurmountable for me, or maybe something like a miracle worker. You know what I mean? I don't really rate Poch, but I cannot say he's a terrible coach. I think for Chelsea to be in mid-table is a feat in itself for a basically brand new squad that barely even knew each other before the season started. Yeah, I think they're doing okay. It's a young squad, a bunch of youngsters. I think they need to be given time. I think Pot should be given time. And I would say the same for Eric Ten Hag. He should be given another year or two because, if you look at Klopp, Pep, Arteta, all these managers have one thing in common. They all spent more than 4 seasons at their clubs. And it took them more than 2 seasons, to get their club performing in any competitive fashion or form. So, guys, it's one of those things where, I'm looking forward to what's cooking and what's going to happen. Big up to you, Kenny Fan TV says you will keep that low as well. GB, good morning to you, my bro. I hope you're having a good one. Good to see you here. I have been a bit late today, 5 minutes or so, but I was here. It wasn't because of Trinity time, but there's a carnival in Dusseldorf. Guys, didn't even know. But you know what? It's really interesting. So I kind of stopped looking for a few minutes. Caused me to be late. Big up to you guys. Who is Leacher? and replacement is Maguire. We lose Licha, yeah, replacement. Lose Shaw and Smolasia. Campos, I'll be honest with you. I think Luke Shaw and Malasia, I don't think there's a drop off there in all fairness. The drop off with Leach to Maguire, fair enough. Respect that. But you know what? I think we're going to get that young centre back, that left sided centre back from Sporting Lisbon, Goncalo Ignacio. So I think it's going to be long, guys. Let's see what happens in the transfer window. I do not think the drop off from Luke Shaw to Malasia is bad. And let's not forget, there's a young Alvaro Fernandez who I would say is probably Luke Shaw 7.0, in my opinion. He's press resistant, very quick down the wing, can go up and down. He can cross just as well, if not better, than Luke Shaw. And he's a definite goal threat. This youngster is also 6'4", so he's very tall, very fast, and very good on the ball. So maybe, we see him come back in and the drop off might not be real. It might not even exist. Matter of fact, he might take it up a level on that flank. You know what I mean? Big up. Frimpong from Leverkusen, he looks like Wan Bissaka stun double. Kenny, what's going on with you this morning, bro? Yeah, Frimpong is a good player though, but for me, he's more of a winger than a defender, man. In my opinion, I feel like he's like a better winger than a defender. Something more like this guy at Barcelona that they bought from Man City. He's better in attack than he is at defending. More like a Trent, in my opinion, And I would never buy Trent, bro, because I think Trent is rubbish. But that's me, you know. Big up to you, Kenny Fan TV. Big up to you, Compo Smurf. Malasia is decent, bro, and I'm telling you. I think Fernandez is coming back, bro. It's the reason why we have a break clause and a buyback clause. So I don't think Eric Ten Hag got rid of him. Matter of fact, I think that was Glazonomics at play that did some things with those decisions. So let's wait and see how it goes, guys. I would like to ask you all this question. What do you think Manchester United is going to do in the next 3 games as we face Fulham and Luton on the way to the empty hat to face Man City away? Do you think we can get 9 points? Leave it in the comments. Guys, I also have a poll running, so you can, check your thoughts and smash the likes on the poll. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm going to leave the poll running until after lunch today because I'm going to come in with a little bit of a different show to talk about the progress and, show a different table of stats and stuff and how it progressed in the last 10 games. And let's see, if there has been actual statistical improvement that we could check on. Guys, 7 points is coming in from GB, 7 points from Kenny Fan TV. That's not bad, but I'm going to go for the jugular. I'm going to say we're going to grab 9 points. And I'm not going to say we're going to destroy City, but City have not been great. They've been leaving it late, and they've been conceding lots of goals early against teams that I would say are a lot weaker than Manchester United. And you know what, guys? We've already beaten City once last season. I think we could do it again. And for me, it wasn't that far apart of a contest in the first game. City got a lot of free chances from the referee. They got a free penalty, and that probably drove them further into the game more than anything else. I don't think they're performing as amazing as everyone thinks. I don't think City has shown themselves to be levels above every other team this season. I think they've been okay. I think they've got lucky. I think with the return of Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri in the team, they're going to perform better. But in the next 2 games, who's to say? They also have 5 games before they play us because they have 2 Champions League games. You never know what could happen. If Kevin De Bruyne gets injured again, if Rodri gets another red card, then Manchester United are in the advantage. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. The battle of the robots is coming as GB is seeing. And man, I would never like to compare the 2 of them because you know what? I don't like people to say, Haaland, Hoyland, whoa. Because you know what? I think Haaland is very good, a very, very good finisher, world class at finishing. But I think as a footballer, he's nowhere near Hoyland. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those things where, we have our own version of our top striker. They have theirs, but our robot is going to cook soon. And as you can see, 5 games, 5 goals, 2 assists. It ain't getting any better than that right now. You know what I mean? So let's keep it moving. Look forward to the weekend. I think we might get 9 points in the next 3 games, but that's just me because I'm looking forward to an upset at Man City. And I'm also looking for the fact that Man City will be playing more games than us, so they might be a little bit tired, might have to rotate some players, and I'm hoping that they're going to be forced into the rotation, to be fair, and we could come in and probably get that win. And if we get 2 wins on in the next 2 games, heading on to Man City, the confidence is going to be high, guys. The confidence is going to be high, and the players are going to be up because you know what? Revenge is the order of that day. Guys, what are you saying? Campos Merce, I wouldn't even pass to Haaland outside of the box. What's the point? I'm telling you, man, the guy, he's not really one of those guys that's going to contribute much to the team other than scoring goals. He doesn't create for anyone. City has won 10 games in a row. Are you sure about that? I have to check these stats. Man City, let's see what's going on. 10 in a row? Really? And it looks highly likely that it's true. They've won 10 games in a row. No, 9. 9 games. Yeah, 9 games. They've won 9 games. Hats off to the City Scummers, bro. Yeah, we're gonna break that win record, bro. It's time. It's time. Maybe it might just be me being a little bit too, Man United centric, but we need to break that record. City going on their annual unbeaten run. Nobody can keep up with. You know what? United needs to break that run. If we can get in and get in a victory, break that run. City faces Liverpool, Arsenal, as well as Tottenham and Aston Villa in the run of games all around the same time. Maybe we could shift them off the kilt and get them into a slump. You never know what could happen. Haaland made some fantastic moves on his second goal the other day. Yeah, it was a decent goal. It was one of those things. But Hoyland made some decent moves for his goals. And I think that that's the more important thing. Guys, thank you for joining me. It's been my return. For I wasn't feeling well for the last few weeks, so I wasn't doing any shows. I have to apologize to you all. I have not been consistent with the content, but I'm back and the content is going to be consistent now. I'm going to see you guys later on today. I'm going to bring in some more information with another stream. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Big up to you, Mick Ruby, for coming in. I hope you're having a good morning as well. It's getting there, like sending this Chinese mail. There's no delay on that mail. It gets there for sure. 100%. Guys, I hope you have a good morning. Thank you for joining me. I'm just bringing you the information. And if you're joining late, you can check out the post-match press conference at the beginning of the stream. Let me know in the comments what you think about Erik ten Hag's comments on the team's performance and how he's looking forward to the next games. We go on to Fulham, guys. Hope you all have a great day. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan. Manchester United win away at Aston Villa, 2-1, Hoyland, and the winner from Scotty McTominay. Guys, have a great day. I'll see you all later. Big up for coming in to you, McRuby, Compo Smurf, GB. Thank you for always being here. Kenny Fan TV. Much respect to you, Jarvis. You're always here, always on time. You know what I mean? Big up to Stephanie Griffith, always coming in. Hope you guys all have a great day. Richard Hutchinson, couldn't do it without you, my bro. You're always the first one to leave a comment. Thank you all for joining me. Have a great day. Manchester United win. And as we move on to Fulham away. There's Luton away, Luton away is the next game. Yes, and I'm wrong. Bro, it's going to be long for those guys. It's a good one. It's going to be a good one for sure. And you want to know something? I think we can be a little bit positive right now. We don't have to go over the top and be giddy, but it's looking good. United face Luton in the next game. It's possible we could win this one because, as we know, we've beaten Luton away at home already, 1-0. Maybe we beat them away, 4-0. You never know. Could be a 4-1, could be a 3-1, could be a 2-1. As long as Manchester United wins, we keep the 3 points and we are moving up the table. Guys, have a great day. Thank you for joining me. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, with the morning views, Manchester United news.